Shri Dr. Pemasani Chandrasekhar, Honorable Minister of State for Communication, on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for our Honorable Minister of State for Communication. And I also welcome Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom, Department of Telecommunication. I request Ms. Vishaka Sehgal, Board of Director, IMC, to please welcome our Honorable Minister of State for Communication, Dr. Pemasani Chandrasekhar. I also request you, ma'am, to please welcome Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom, Department of Telecommunication. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I now welcome Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom, Department of Telecommunication, to deliver an opening address.
Honorable Minister of State for Communications and Rural Development, Dr. Pemasani Chandrasekhar, sir. Distinguished delegates here who have assembled to deliberate and understand the contours of the fastest changing technology which is redefining humanity. The artificial intelligence. It is a technology which everybody in maybe a few years have changed our lives very, very, very significantly. Whether it is a hype, whether it will change the way we do things, these questions have become moot within a matter of months. The change of pace and the acceleration in this technology is also mind-boggling. Only today I saw something called TRM, which outsmarts with a parameter count of only 7 million the larger LLM models, which are 10 billion. So 7 million is to 10 billion, that's a ratio of about 10,000. It's called, I think, somebody knows the full form, I think it's recursive, tiny recursive something, TRM. We are unable to actually grasp the contours of the change. But one thing is clear, that it is here to stay. Telecom is an area where the AI can be used in many areas. The Government of India is funding a lot of projects. It is being used in cyber and fraud detection, which maybe some of you saw yesterday, where we have trying to curb cyber fraud with that. It is being used significantly in Open RAN systems. The 6G, which two of the pillars, including integrated sensing and the use of AI for networks, are evolving rapidly. The use of agentic AI in the telecom systems, in the front end, in the middleware, and at the back office. In the front end, on the customer acquisition, customer retention, and autonomous decisions by the customers. In the middle side, in terms of using and delivering dynamic pricing, service calls optimization, fraud prevention, and then in the back office, in terms of what I just mentioned, which is network optimization, predictive maintenance, and security threat detection within the networks, is becoming a significant agent of change. More and more AI will continue to reside at the edges, and therefore, as it becomes more and more decision-making agent, it will require more and more computing power to do so. We stand at the cusp of a dramatic change, and I hope that the conference today will be able to give us some direction as to the government policy, which usually lags behind in such rapid technological changes, to be able to go along with the technology and help shape this change so that the risks are mitigated and the advantages of this technology can be properly harvested. I look forward to your suggestions and look for a Viksit Bharat 2047, which the Honorable PM has given us as a target for all of us to fulfill, which cannot be fulfilled without a properly shaped mission on AI in telecom. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing your suggestions.
Thank you so much, sir, for your visionary address. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the official inauguration of the International AI Summit, a convergence of global minds and national mission to explore the responsible, scalable, and ethical future of artificial intelligence. I request the Honorable Minister of State for Communication, Dr. Pemisani Chandrasekhar, to kindly inaugurate the International AI Summit. A huge round of applause for the inauguration of the International AI Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor now to invite Dr. Pemisani Chandrasekhar, Honorable Minister of State for Communication, for the keynote address.
Thank you. Dr. Neeraj Mittalji, Secretary Telecom, honorable dignitaries, distinguished colleagues, friends and partners, good afternoon. As Mittalji has said, we stand at a turning point in human history. Artificial intelligence is just not another technology. It is a transformative force that will reshape how we live, how we work, and how we progress as a civilization. With great power comes great responsibility. Innovation without ethics is dangerous. Innovation without purpose is divisive. The question before us is not whether AI will transform our world. It will. The real question is, will we guide this transformation toward justice, opportunity, and shared prosperity? India, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, has already shown the world what innovation for good looks like. Aadhaar gave 1 billion people digital identity and access to welfare with dignity. UPI transformed digital payments into a public good, real-time, low-cost, and universal. ONDC is democratizing e-commerce, ensuring it is not monopolized. In disaster management, AI saved almost 500,000 lives during 2024 floods in Kerala. The Department of Telecom, yesterday you might have seen, we have worked on a digital intelligent platform fighting with fraud with AI, financial fraud risk indicator, saved 140 crore within 3 months and blocked 4.8 million fraudulent transactions. So these examples prove that India doesn't innovate for technology's sake. India innovates to transform lives. India's private sector is also contributing significantly to uplift millions of people with AI. If you look at it in healthcare, Nirama's thermal breast cancer screening tool. Typically, a breast cancer screening tool requires radiation, but this technology, through pattern recognition, was able to screen 100,000 people in a mass scale with 92% accuracy without any radiation exposure. AI is also helping to discover at least 30% of new drugs, especially the drugs for rare diseases, complex diseases that have no cure until recently. And it is supposed to reduce the cost of pharmaceutical drug discovery by 50%. In agriculture, precision farming is providing 15 to 20% higher crop yields while saving 30% water. In education, where I have a lot of experience, outcomes have improved 25% in rural schools through personalized education. But we must also be conscious of the dangers that is associated with the AI. Deep fakes are undermining democracy. Over 50 deep fake videos during the 2024 elections spread misinformation, threatening the very foundation of our informed choice. Algorithms are creating bias and deepening inequality. AI hiring tools rejected 40% more women in IT jobs. Some of them is related to maternity issues and other. Lending algorithms denied rural applicants unfairly. Technology meant to be neutral became a mirror of our own prejudices. Automation threatens livelihoods as well. By 2030, 15 to 30% of jobs in IT and manufacture face displacement. States like Karnataka could see massive unemployment without intervention. Privacy violations are real. Facial recognition systems misidentified minorities up to 80% in some studies. The line between security and intrusion has blurred. Opaque systems also cause harm. In UP hospitals, AI misdiagnosed 20% of tuberculosis cases, delaying an appropriate treatment. A stark reminder that these black box, invisible algorithms in critical sectors can be deadly. Every organization, individual must be aware of these risks and work for an effective solutions. For example, there are frameworks that we can accomplish. Combating bias. We must mandate fairness audits and utilize diverse data sets. Second, we should anticipate the job loss and protect these jobs with reskilling. Third, safeguard privacy, putting strong data protection laws and federated learning will ensure innovation doesn't come at the cost of our fundamental rights. Fourth, demand transparency. In healthcare, finance, and justice, we must require explainable artificial intelligence. No algorithm should make life-changing decisions without accountability. Fifth, lead with ethics. We will strengthen our AI governance, aligning with global standards while staying true to Indian values, building a framework that other nations can follow. And if you look at our India AI mission, with a budgeted outlay of 10,000 crores, will create a national AI compute infrastructure that is accessible to researchers, startups, and enterprises, and develop indigenous foundation models that reflect India's languages, diversity, and values. Provide high-quality, anonymized data sets while protecting privacy. Skill millions of youth through India AI future skills, and then fund and mentor AI startups. Above all, it will promote AI that is fair, explainable, transparent, and inclusive. And the 6G networks that are going to come in telecom will have AI embedded into them. They will be autonomous, self-healing, sustainable, and built with standards that all nations have some say to in it. Finally, I wanted to say the responsibility to innovate and transform doesn't rest with the government alone. To academia, industry, startups, and international partners, you are the foundation, you are the bridge, you are the spark and the collective force to push boundaries responsibly, deploy with purpose, and disrupt with values. Through the India AI mission, we're building a future where innovation is cutting edge and responsible, powerful, and good. Thank you very much.